Welcome to the party, comrades. Let's go outside and learn a neat trick for finding the perfect hand position for your drumsticks.
Practice. We've all heard of it. Some of us do it. Most of us don't do it enough. We practice to get better, to improve our drumming technique. But before any technique can improve, you must first ensure that you have proper hand placement on your sticks. The first step to drumming is grabbing the sticks. And if you don't do that well, nothing else can be done well either. When we talk about hand placement on your sticks, I'm talking about finding the perfect spot on the stick to pinch between your thumb and your forefinger. I call this finding the fulcrum. Now this is different from the balance point of the stick. The playing fulcrum is a little bit further back. But this will find the perfect spot on the stick to capture the rebound every time you strike, and also to get the rest of your fingers involved in playing. I know we've all been told to play with our fingers. It took me about 20 years for that to actually catch on. But ultimately it is the only way to play. You don't want to be using your hands, your wrists, your arms when you play. You want to make sure that your fingers are doing all of the work. Snapping back for your doubles, catching the rebound of the stick, and you can only do that properly if you found your fulcrum. You'll see it in your double strokes, your multi-strokes. Here's an example of quintuple strokes being improved by playing with your fingers. And you're not gripping the stick tightly. You're holding it very loosey-goosey between that thumb and your forefinger. Just let it bounce off the drum or the practice pad. Holding it very loose. Not so loose that it falls out of your hand, but not nearly tight enough to be gripping the stick with your entire hand. Here's a great example of gripping too tight. Notice you have to use way more energy. It will get your wrists involved if you need to play louder. If you play even louder, you'll end up getting your arms involved, and that's just a waste of energy. It'll slow you down, it'll cramp you up. Very poor technique. And if you haven't found your perfect fulcrum position, you may be playing too far back. You'll get excessive rebound, and you won't be able to control it because there's not enough surface area for your fingers to get involved. Conversely, you can play with your hands too far forward on the stick, and you won't get enough rebound to be able to play well. Your doubles will be sloppy, and it ultimately just won't sound very good. So if you're ever confused or uncomfortable while you play, wondering if you're not holding the sticks in the right spot, here's a neat trick. Flip them up, play upside down. Imagine there are drums above your head. You can grip your stick near the butt of it. Flick the sticks upside down with your fingers, and your hands will naturally find the perfect spot on the stick to grip it. See how that feels on your pad? Raise it back up. Play a little bit more. Raise it up to make sure it feels right. You can even incorporate this technique into your practice to make sure your hands are always in the right spot. It'll allow you to play cleanly and fastly and do whatever you want to do. Wow, very impressive. So once again, grip the stick near the butt, flip it upside down, flick it with your fingers as if you were playing a drum above you, and let your hands slowly creep up the stick. It will happen naturally. You may go until it feels like it's a little too far, and then back it off, and you'll feel like you found the perfect spot. And this works for any stick. Here's a cheap stick with no taper and a nylon end. Fulcrum point is a little bit different, but the technique still works. Even with these fat drumline sticks. Use the same technique. Work your hand up into the spot that feels the best. And there you go. Even works with mallets for those of you who play melodic percussion. I don't know why you would, but they are out there.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to join the Drumminess Revolution.